guys, Yasas Kekalosivtate, which means hello and welcome in Greek to another episode of Dimitra's Dishes. Today I have a very elegant and easy to make dessert for you. I'm going to show you how to make Kataifi nests. Now these are little mini Kataifi that are soaked in syrup. They're very simple to make. You can fill them with anything once they are served. You could also make them as big or as small as you want. They are perfect for a dinner party because you can assemble them and freeze them and then bake them and put the syrup on top and all of that. Or you could even bake them and put the syrup on top the day before you're serving them. They are the perfect make-ahead dessert. Tastes like you got it from a fancy Greek bakery. They are so yummy and everything Greek about them. They're syrupy and sweet and just perfect and flaky. Let's get started. So we're going to begin by melting some butter. I have 2 sticks of butter, which is half a pound, and this is unsalted butter. I'm just going to put it in a small saucepan until it melts. Set that aside, and now it's time to make the syrup because this is a syropiasto dessert, and every syrupy dessert needs a syrup. This syrup is very simple. It starts off with 4 cups of granulated sugar, 4 cups of water. Then I'm also going to put half of a lemon's peel. I like to peel it using a potato peeler. And then I'm just going to give this a nice mix, bring it to a boil, and once it boils and all of the sugar is dissolved, I'm going to take it off of the heat, squeeze in the juice of half a lemon, and I'm also going to put in 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. But at this point, you can really flavor this however you want. You can flavor it with almond extract. You can put some rose water in here, cardamom seeds. Whatever your favorite flavors are, they're all going to be listed on the blog post, so you'll have lots of options. Set the syrup aside, and now it's time to make the little nests. Now for the nests, we're going to be using a pound of Kataifi dough. Kataifi is usually sold in the freezer section of the supermarket. If you can't find it in your regular supermarket, the Middle Eastern specialty food stores or Mediterranean specialty food stores will have it. Once you bring it home, if you know you're going to be working with it, thaw it overnight in the refrigerator, then take it out and leave it on the counter for 1 to 2 hours so it can thaw and be very easy to work with. Take it out of the packaging and keep a damp towel and a dry towel handy because this dries up really fast. And if it dries up, it's going to start to crumble on you, and you don't want that to happen. This is where you want to get the kids involved. If the kids want to help you make these, you're going to want to work fast so that way it doesn't dry up. Take a few strands at a time. Now, the thickness of the strands is going to really determine how big these nests are going to become. So play with them. Make a few to make the size that you want. If you're serving a big crowd and you want to make little minis, you're going to want to take small pieces of strands or a small bunch of strand. If you're making the larger ones, you're going to want to use more. So play with it to get to the size that you want. You're going to take the strand and you're going to roll it around in a spiral shape around your index finger. You can use 2 fingers too, your index and your middle finger, to roll the strand around to create that spiral nest. Put them in a baking tray. Put them in any baking tray you have. I'm using this big baking tray here that's the size of basically a half-sheet pan. You can use a half-sheet pan, or you can make a bunch for now and bake them and then freeze the rest. It's totally up to you. Then you're going to want to brush them liberally with the melted butter. This is where the butter is going to add all of the flavor, so brush them liberally. At this point, this is where you either freeze them, so you can just wrap the tray up with plastic wrap and leave it in your freezer for up to 2 months, so that way you can bake it whenever you need it, or you can bake it straight away. So if you're going to bake it straight away, your oven should be preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and these are going to bake on the center rack for 25 minutes, maybe 30 minutes is what your oven will need for them to become perfectly golden. Once they're golden, take them out, and you're going to pour the warm syrup over the hot nest. You want the syrup to be warm. Usually in Greek pastries, you want cold and hot, like either cold syrup and hot pastry or the opposite, so that way the pastry stays crispy. But in this case, you want the nest to be very soft, so you want a warm syrup. Pour it on top. and set them aside so that way they can absorb all the syrup. It is going to look like there's too much syrup in there, but don't worry, these are going to soak it up in about 30-40 minutes and then they'll be ready to serve. At this point, you can serve them straight away, either sprinkled with some ground pistachios. I took a bunch of salted pistachios that I bought peeled and I pulsed them in a food processor until they were finely ground. I have a few roughly ground pieces and a few finely ground. I like that combination. You don't want to take it too far where it turns into a powder or into pistachio butter. And then you could sprinkle those on top, or you can toast some hazelnuts and almonds. Use those. You could put your favorite preserve in there. You could do ice cream, vanilla pudding, whatever you like, vanilla whipped cream. All the options are going to be listed on the blog post. Put them in a beautiful dish, sprinkle them with your favorite filling, and they are ready to be served. The best part of making all these videos has to be the taste test, and that time has come. No words. No words except this is so delicious. Melts in your mouth, has a little bit of a crunch on the top. The pistachio is salted and goes so well with the sweetness of the syrup. You get a little bit of lemon and vanilla in it. Like I said, I would also dollop this with some sour cherry preserves because sour cherry and pistachio is my favorite flavor combination. A little bit of ice cream wouldn't hurt either. If you want the recipe, it's underneath this video in the description box down below, as well as on the website. If you want to learn how to make more delicious desserts, click right over here and I will see you right over there. Yes, Seth?